Welcome to my channel, Annie Unleashed, where I talk about money concepts in a really relatable way. What's your relationship to money? Let me introduce you to Big Bear Debt. I just spoke to a client today who has a solid relationship with Big Bear Debt. He gets fed consistently. He doesn't have to do a thing. He likes to be flashy, hasn't earned a dime of it. And every time you spend money on that credit card, he gets big, fat, while doing nothing at all, sitting on the couch with a glass of Prosecco in his hands. Yep, it's like a toxic relationship that you're trying to break out from, but they keep calling you back, letting you feel that living on the edge, trying to find your next money and how you're going to pay your next bills like it's a thrill and some kind of fun. Do we like Big Bear Debt? No, we don't. We keep trying to break up from Big Bear Debt, but our relationship with him is solid. We've had it for years, as long as we can remember. It's all we know. It's time to break up with Big Bear Debt. On the other hand, allow me to introduce you to baby savings. That's right. This little bundle of joy just wants to be loved. Wants attention and nurturing, wants to be able to have some fun with you, wants to play. But it's been neglected for so long that it got really, really small over the years, to the point where it feels like nobody really cares. In fact, it got really scared because Big Bear Debt got really big and started bullying little baby savings. Now, there's a little bit of an imbalance here in most people's lives. And if you look up, depending on the country that you're from, how much debt people are in on average and how many people are in debt and in your country, you'd be surprised and you wouldn't feel so alone. It's very, very common. One of the biggest reasons for this is because most people don't know what to do with their money. Literally, they've never been educated properly. A lot of parents or families didn't really talk about money when you were growing up. And maybe it didn't even have the best example of how best to use money, or maybe you don't even know how the rules of debt and credit and saving and investments and insurance and how that all works. So you do what you know, which is reestablish your relationship with Big Bear Debt. But it's not serving us. We've gotten to this point where even we realize that our relationship with Big Bear Debt is really toxic and really unhealthy for us, and we're tired of it. Bye-bye, Big Bear Debt. And hello, new relationship with baby savings. Now, baby savings can grow with a lot of attention, a lot of care, a little bit of love, some affection. More importantly, baby savings needs to know it's safe. So, how do we establish a new relationship, a healthy relationship, when all we know is an unhealthy relationship with Big Bear Debt? Anybody? One step at a time. It's going to take a long time, but it will happen, where you can establish a healthy relationship with baby savings. Baby savings can become big savings. Your relationship with cash and money and savings and investments is developed over time with some really good guidance and education. And I don't mean education in the classroom. I mean real life learning with someone who knows way more than you, who has studied this, lived it, and heard lots of people's stories, like a financial planner or advisor, or your money person, whoever that may be. One of the things I do as a success coach is tackles people's relationship with their money. And it is prevalent. And attached to that is fear, shame, doubt, guilt, you name it. It is like dessert to Big Bear Debt. Give me more, give me more. Every time you get scared and get into shame and guilt, it feeds me more. But I'm gonna make you think that it's really good. And I'm gonna negotiate with brain over here and make you feel like it's the right thing to do. And we're gonna negotiate ourselves and justify our spending and our reasons for why we needed to spend the money for the things that are outside of us, just to make ourselves feel good, but temporarily. because we like when we keep this toxic pattern going. So we need to reestablish that toxic pattern so that you stick with us. Well, we're done with that. We're done with that. Now, but here's the thing, it's what you know. So in order to break that pattern and create a new habit, you've got to establish this new habit, this healthy relationship with baby savings, with a good habit that you already do. It's called stacking habits. So creating a new habit takes a bit of time. In order to ensure, or at least increase its chance of success, you got to attach this habit to a habit you already have that's working for you. If, for example, like you brush your teeth every day, or maybe you meditate every day, or you have coffee every day. Well, every time you have coffee, you want to establish some form of positive financial routine. That may be something like putting $1 into your bank, or $5 into your bank account. Or it may be reading an article. Every time you have your coffee in the morning, read an article about something to do with money, where you learn about how money works. Start with the basics, right? Get some like basic introductory articles and then build up. And before you know it, you'll get into the advanced stages where you can have professional conversations with money people who do this all the time. And what I want to say is the experiences that you've had with debts, with credit cards, maybe you've even had a bank call you and say, hey, we're going to close down this card, or we're going to take your house from you because you missed too many mortgage payments. That whole experience is still experience. That kind of stuff you don't learn in a textbook. They don't teach you what happens if you don't pay your bills. What happens if you don't make your credit card payments or your mortgage payments? Nobody ever talks about that. So you learn the hard way, and it's hard-earned knowledge and experience. And it can really pay dividends in a way. It can really move things forward, because when you get into a better place, when you've educated yourself and you've developed a really good habit and relationship, and a healthy relationship with baby savings, to the point where, you know, all the hearts here grew big time and you're in a really good space emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, you're going to notice that other people around you are having the struggles that you used to have. And you can share your experience, because one of the things I notice is there's so many people that go through credit card debt, mortgage debt, all student loan debt. It's all of that kind of debt that most people don't know how to handle, because they don't know what to do with their money. They don't know how money works, and they don't know how credit works. So they end up falling down this rabbit hole, right? Once you learn from those experiences, you actually can share your knowledge and uplift others and help educate others around you. It's important to remember that this is a temporary situation. You have choice in the matter. And as you leave that toxic relationship and try to establish a healthy one, your brain and, you know, parts of your gut that know the safety of debt and that survival cycle of toxic relationship is going to object. It's going to be uncomfortable, because it doesn't know anything else. It doesn't know anything else until you start to give it something new. You start to give it a new pattern, a new habit, a new relationship. And it will feel uncomfortable at first until it doesn't. I hope you enjoyed this video. I used some of my daughter's stuffies, and just to make the point and have a little fun with this, because this is a temporary situation. It doesn't have to be a forever situation. I have come out of it, and if you haven't seen my video on my divorce story, I had 5 figures in debt. And I got out of that. I paid it off, and I established 6 figures in savings. So not only did I get out of it and reestablish a healthy relationship, both personally and financially, but I was able to save way more than I had before. My lessons served as my possibilities. I knew what I never wanted to do again. I knew where I never wanted to be again. I never wanted to feel that feeling again. And I was fortunate that I had the knowledge of how money works. So I was able to get out of it. And it took me some time to rebuild. It took me some time to reestablish and develop new healthy patterns in relationship, in money relationship, personal relationship, relationship with myself, so I could trust myself again and have fun along the way. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning member, welcome back. I so appreciate your support and comments, and I love the conversation, and I do respond to every comment. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.